So Justin, it's good to have you. Let's start from scratch. It's good to have you here. Thank you again for having us. I know you have been busy getting ready for this event, and I know you've been around multiple live streams the last couple weeks. It must be exciting for you guys to get this event back up and running again after a really successful inaugural. You know, considering last year, you know, you weren't 100% sure how it was going to go, and with the massive success it had, it's really exciting to see what you guys have in store for this year.
Yeah, it's going to be bigger, better, a lot more fun, you know, a lot more space, and my legs hurt just thinking about it.
Yeah, it is a lot of walking. I do remember that from last year, and a lot of moving around. I remember, I think, like setup day, the day before, I had gotten quite a bit of workout in just moving stuff from the car to the table, and then just walking around the venue just to get things set up. So I'm looking forward to that this year again. You know, it's gonna be a massive event. For those that don't know what the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival is, or what a Rep Rap Festival is in general, you want to maybe kind of dive into that a little bit, and then I can play the video as well.
Yeah, so Rep Rap Festival is different for everyone. Each event's a little bit different, but it's the heart of open source 3D printing primarily, but we get you know, laser, CNC, and hearing myself is making myself not able to think. Let's see. Trying to see if there's a way to bypass this. Sorry.
All good.
All right. Sounds playing. So it brings together the community. The heart of it is that it's free for most people, or pretty much the general attendance, except for 3D Printopia. We have fun. If I remove the headphones, I can't hear Big Jano. So
that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but
right. Sorry, I'm gonna lose my train of thought a lot with it because it's hitting my ADHD.
No, all good. No, but that's I'll just say no. You're right though. It isn't just one thing, and I think that's kind of what's made these Rep Rap events so awesome. Especially in the last few years, it's really branched out, and it's not just the, you know, I think the original, the origin behind it was that, you know, people were building their own 3D printers, and I think that's kind of where it all started. But and then every event too actually has its own like uniqueness to it in terms of like, you know, I think Murph is, I think the original event, I think still focuses a lot on, you know, custom printers, and, you know, there are custom projects as well, but I think Rocky Mountain for sure, you know, is a very large melting pot of many different things, which I think really makes it really a unique event, especially considering that, you know, there was only 2 of these types of events, you know, before Rocky Mountain came along, and before the Smurf event over in the UK as well came along. But I got a video clip of for what Rocky Mountain is, their promo little video. You guys can get a taste of what to expect if you are attending or you just want to find out more. I'll play that here right about now. Nice little video indeed. Well done.
Yeah, that was not done by me. That was done by Caleb with Hot Makes.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yes. So he put that together, and we'll have another one next year.
That is amazing. And I know Caleb's going to be attending, I believe.
Yep, Caleb will be doing all the video for Jim, our MC.
That's awesome.
He's back again.
Jim over at Edge of Tech, for those that are who know who he is the MC for the event again this year, and also was for the inaugural event last year. Tell us what it was like, when you guys. So, how did you guys get Jim to be the MC for the inaugural event? And and again, he did a tremendous job with it last year. So there's no question.
We realized that we needed an MC. We needed someone to make announcements, do things. Because the prior year, I was at IRF, and one of the organizers was just making announcements as needed. We're so busy, like there's no time to step and make announcements. To have Jim or any MC is such a easier thing for us. And it brings another event. And he's got a great voice for the microphone, and then of course IRF 3D Printopia used him this past year, so it's
I couldn't agree that Jim is one of the best candidates to be the MC for these types of events. He did a great job last year. I'm pretty sure his voice was completely shot by the end of the weekend, which
we have a solution for that this year. Hopefully.
I remember last year in a lot of the videos I recorded, you couldn't go anywhere in the hall without hearing his voice in one way, shape, or form, which is a good sign, knowing that he was able to communicate to everybody inside that ginormous building. Which, speaking of ginormous building, you guys are doubling the amount of space you have this year, correct?
Yes, we are. It is a very large space. I don't know if this is sharing.
I believe it is. Let me
know if you can't see it.
Yep, let me get it on screen here real quick. I got to just copy the link, and I will get it up here. Just give me 2 seconds.
So the link is actually on my computer.
I can pull it up.
It should be sharing.
So it is sharing, but I don't have the OBS link for it. So just give me 2 seconds. I can pull it up real quick. There we go. It's gonna look ugly for a split second. There we go. So I can cover my screen.
There we go.
And I can blow it up too.
Yeah, right. We've doubled the space this year. So for anyone that was there last year, right in the middle, right here, there was a big metal door, and that door will not be there. So you'll be able to walk through. We actually did our final walkthrough yesterday for those that were watching TikTok. And then we open up into an additional 18,000 square feet.
That's incredible.
It's going to be ridiculous. Again, my legs are going to regret this. We do have a bigger maker lounge. We're going to have a stage, 100 seats, projector screen. The couch is coming back.
Nice.
You got to have that couch. That's a point of that. Comfortable.
So I think last. Go ahead.
We'll have the Jeff robot arm. For those of you that went to IRF or saw some pictures, that you'll be able to play tug of war with that arm at the event.
I did not get to see that at IRF last year because I didn't get to go to IRF last year, but I saw a bunch of pictures of that, and I'm really excited to see that in person.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. I'm a little worried about it getting out of control and hitting a wall. That can get expensive. But
oh yeah.
We also have Laser Sterling for gaming coming. So that's going to be a huge draw.
I think I remember last year, I believe my table was, I think, kind of close to where the concession stands were. I think, yeah, where Mitch
Your
3D.
table was Mitch's table this year.
Yes, I remember it being close to the concession stand, close to the bathrooms, and then I think Green Gate was over here. I think Wuxon, I think, was over there as well.
Yep.
So it was good location. I remember last year. Anywhere you were in that building though, like there was so much foot traffic going in and out especially on Saturday last year. And I think that's one thing for me this year that I'm like mentally preparing myself for is just the insane crowds that are going to come about from this year, from last year's event.
We fixed a bit of that with the space. The outer aisles, most of them are 15 feet. So that should help with flow. And then a few of them are 10 feet, 12 feet. It just varies. But as of right now, general admission is 2,939 people.
Oh, wow.
And we haven't, that hasn't hit last year's yet. But for comparison, the night before the event last year, we were at 2,500. And then we had an additional 1,200 sign up on Saturday.
Oh, wow. That is insane. And is that most of that marketing just word of mouth? Is it just, promotion from last year's event? How much do you guys know?
Facebook and Instagram ads. And flyers and word of mouth and, having creators share the event details and companies and things like that. So we're putting good money into marketing.
That's awesome. And I have seen the Facebook ad a few times as I lurked through there, and myself too, on top of, I know many other individuals have been. I have been excited for this since you guys announced the dates last August, I think it was.
Yep, because you created the logo. Not the logo, the STL logo.
Yes, which I thought I had on my desk, and I
have it. Of course I do, in a UForge.
Ooh. I have not tried the HueForge yet. I need to get on the HueForge train at some point. I know many.
You're coming to the event. You can get on the train being an exhibitor.
Yes, that's one of the things I definitely want to check out sooner or later is the HueForge stuff, because I know there's been a lot of stuff that I want to try to do with HueForge, and I just haven't had a chance to get around to it because of things. That is fantastic for sure. Oh, hopefully you didn't. There we go.
I clicked a button.
I clicked another button.
Llama.
I clicked buttons, so we're good too.
Right, where's my chat? The chat just died on me. Oh well.
Speaking of the Rocky Mountain sign, I actually wanted to show you one of the products I was working on that I don't think anybody, not even like people in stream, have seen yet. I've teased it a bunch of times, but I have not been able to show much of it yet. So I don't have the final project done yet. It's actually what's printing right now on the XL. But I do have a prototype sign. So this is 180% scale of the STL. This is just some random colors, some random. I think this is some filament that's in here. I had some leftover filament that this spool was, I think, like 2 years old, so I was trying to use it up for something. But I don't know if you've noticed, there are some cutouts around the filament wheel and also along the edge here, and that's where these babies are going to come in. If I can hold it up. Got some fun addressable LEDs here, and these things are like stupidly narrow. Like so like here's what a normal like LED pixel size is. I mean, this is ridiculously smaller. I found these on AliExpress. Surprisingly, I don't know how I found these on AliExpress, but I was searching for something one day and came across these. They're 5-volt, they're 2812-esque strips, so they're the same software that the bigger LEDs use. But my thought is to, if I can grab that sign that just dropped, I'm going to try, and I've printed like 4 of these already just to get the fit right. I'm gonna work on getting some LED strips like taped on the inside here that you guys can't see because my microphone's in the way. You can kind of see it there. Kind of just holding it up a little bit. But I'm gonna get some LED strips that are gonna work around that outside edge, and then through the nozzle itself, there's actually a hole inside of the tip of the nozzle there, and I'm gonna have it run out to like the edge here. That's gonna be
cool.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of. I'm gonna actually make another one of these, but it's not gonna have the LED light cutouts in it. It's gonna be just the regular sign. Then I'm also gonna do in a bunch of. I'm doing the original colors. That's the one back there. It's printing now. I actually was gonna show it off tonight, but it actually had a print fail yesterday, so I had to start it over. It wasn't. It was this circular area right here with that cutout. It gets really flimsy, and I had to put some glue on the bed to get it to stay. But it was very early on fail, so it wasn't too bad. But I'm gonna have one sign like this on my table with the original Rocky Mountain colors, and then I'm gonna do another one without the LEDs in it in my channel colors, so like purples, yellows. Gonna mix it up a little bit, but I'll do. My goal is to have 2 of these signs, one on each end of the table. But then this will be controlled with. I have this little controller right here that's running these LEDs right now. These also are. This is also sound reactive. So I could have these react to sound if I wanted to. Right now they're just on the generic LED setting, so there's no sound reaction. But if I wanted to, I could pull that up. Let's see. And if I start talking, you can see how they react to the light. So that's pretty cool. And between this and a couple other projects I'm trying to finish up, I think the theme of my table this year is going to be mostly LED light 3D printing projects. That's going to be like the majority of what's on my table. Some stuff you've seen. The nozzle light might come back with me again. I might print another one actually to take if I have time.
Don't drop it off the wall this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to do that again this year. I already clipped last year's catastrophic event live on the stream, and I do not want another jump scare. But yeah, so that's I guess the one thing I wanted to show you. And then I also have some new LED light panels that I've been working on. You might have been seeing them around the stream. You might have seen the. So these are the 3D printed pieces. I think I've showed you those on either your Maker stream or your Hangout streams. I think once or twice. I have the Guts trophy that's over here on the side wall. That's coming with me as well. And then outside of that, I actually might, I don't know if you can see them, the gingerbread houses. I might try to bring those with me as well if I can get them to fit in my luggage.
Yeah, you got 8 feet of space to fill.
Yeah, and that's the goal this year, is to fill in all that space, because I think last year I sorely misestimated the amount of actual space I had to show off stuff. And I think by Saturday, when I gave away all my Maker coins and I had candy on the table, like I had like barely anything left on the table. So
speaking of Maker coins, so thanks to Joe Mike Makes, we've got poker chips with a QR code.
That's awesome.
And I'm the only one that has the file. I have.
Are those a bamboo print?
You can print them on anything.
Okay.
So I can send you the file if you want to do a big one.
Ooh.
But
that'd be a good idea.
I'm trying to get about 500 done.
So how are
There's not going to be nearly enough.
So how do the different colors is it like through color swapped, or is it separate parts that go together, or is it?
It's color swap. We bought the bamboo for the event, specifically to print stuff for the event because it's only multicolor. So it is color swap. I do have the AMS on top, and I mean it's okay. There's some issues.
I mean, from what you just showed, it looks really good. You know, that's not bad effort. You know, I don't have a bamboo, or I don't have anything close to a bamboo, but
the only reason I do is because I couldn't wait 8 weeks for a XL.
That's a fair point. No, but all the cool prints I've seen from people printing on the bamboos, it like makes me like want to consider one more and more. The XL is great. Don't get me wrong. Having the one tool head on the XL is definitely a downside at the moment.
The upgrade kit though.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I need to save money.
One other thing we're printing, and most people have seen this on streams. This was done by Layer X Layer, and he did the Earth version, and this is the Rocky Mountain version.
Ooh, are those the RMRRF knuckles?
Yep, I've got a small box of them.
Oh, a small box.
Yeah, small box. So those will be given away, and I'll figure out more. I only have one multi-color printer right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I that's my big thing right now is trying to figure out what all I can still bring that's small enough to hand out and make a bunch of before the event. My concern right now is my bigger projects trying to finish up, and then trying to, if I have time, to do some little things at the end. But
you always ship stuff to us if you need to.
Well, I do appreciate that. So going back into the event and, you know, the logistics of setting up an event like this, you know, going from what you learned last year, you know, what are you guys doing differently this year in terms of, you know, improving how the logistics behind the event, and or what are some things that you've learned since last year's event that are going to help you better this year?
We learned to delegate a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
We were a little rough with our volunteers. That, you know, if we saw one, it was, hey, go do this. But it was always the same person or same couple people.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got some lead volunteers this year that will help delegate, as well as entry doors. You know, the big issue on Saturday was people coming through one door when we had 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we were making a change for that. Nothing big.
Did people try to sneak in that back door by the where like the death racers were battling?
No, we're actually going to have the gate closed.
Okay.
So you can't sneak through that way. So it's pretty much main entrance or nothing.
One way in, one way out.
Safety.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's doors all around the venue. People can just walk out the doors. The big concern is making sure those doors stay closed.
Right. And that's, go ahead.
We learned that the main lounge needed to be bigger. That thing was packed to the brim. So this year's a bit bigger. It's 20 feet by 40 feet. So I think it's only 3 times the size. But we'll see how it goes. We didn't want to take too much space away.
Mm-hmm. Right. No, but it's great that, you know, you guys have that whole second half of the building, basically doubling your space more or less.
Yes.
So that's really great. More makers can come show off things. More vendors can come definitely this year, which is hilarious because I remember last year a lot of vendors were hesitant of coming to a first-time event and didn't, and then they heard about it and they regretted it like immediately. And I was laughing at that because I was just like, you know, good for you guys for proving everybody that you guys could pull this off in a year.
Yeah, the hard time this year is we sold out on our sponsorships February 9th.
Oh, wow.
And our maker tables. We have a wait list.
I do remember literally going outside of my office building at work just to get good Wi-Fi to book my table. I do remember that.
Yeah, that was good because We have email. We keep getting emails from companies. Like, we have somewhere over twice the amount of companies than sponsors.
Oh wow.
That are interested in the event. We keep getting emails. Well, do you have space? Nope.
I mean, that's definitely definitely a good problem to have, though, and I think, if you guys continue to do this event down the road and years go down the road, you might have to rent the arena downtown Denver at this point.
That may not happen. Denver gets very expensive.
Oh, I can imagine.
About 20 to 30 times more expensive. Meaning people are starting to have to pay $50 to $100 a person to get in.
Oh wow!
Not anywhere near what we want to do.
Right.
If we can get the companies to pay for it, sure.
Yeah. But, no, that makes sense. I've lived in big cities myself, and I actually have family in the Denver area, so I definitely am aware of how expensive some of these bigger cities can get, especially out west is usually a little bit more expensive. But no, it's really great.
The hard thing with Denver is some of the venues require their hospitality group to be involved in every single sale. You sell a spool of filament, they want to cut. Or they want to be involved in it. It's like, nope, not doing that.
Oh yeah, no, I can. That does not surprise me one bit, and it's sad to say that some organizations would try to take advantage of that. I think most wouldn't, but there's always those few that they want that piece of the pie, whether they actually did any of the work or not. So no, yes. that makes sense. But no, it's great to see you guys have sold out all your space to vendors and makers. What's some of the things this year that we should be looking forward to that new for this year?
So new for this year, we've got obviously more talks. We're trying to fill all the time, including during the Death Racers and Dragsters. We've got UForge being up there. We've got a 3D printing panel. We've got Maker That Money. We've got Big Tree Tech's going to be there. There's more giveaway. Are bringing back the Community Innovation Fund. I have to figure out how to get that on the site because they want to give prizes for the best table, but where to put it on the site? The site's already busy enough. 3D print buddies coming all the way from Australia, thanks to Octo Everywhere. And then, of course, mentioned Laser Sterling's Lamborghini, which it'll be the last time that Lamborghini is seen in that form.
Oh, really?
So when he did his first print, he did it in PLA.
Oh, boy.
And encapsulated it in carbon fiber. Unfortunately, in Colorado, that doesn't work so well. So he's going to reprint it. It's not going to be an SV. So it's just going to be the less wide body.
Okay. Yeah, I would say weather-wise, it's probably similar to where I'm at, too, where it can get extremely cold and then extremely warm within the span of 12 hours.
Yeah, less than that. But from the weather reports I've been looking at, it'll be about the same as last year.
Oh, that's
60s
good.
During the day, 30s during the night.
I remember it snowing, I think, the Friday last year. I think the day I got there, it snowed at night because I went out with family members, and I just remember coming back to the hotel and it was snowing outside. And then Sunday it was like 65 and beautiful outside. So
yeah, that's Colorado.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if Pennsylvania's taught me anything, it's to get used to the crazy weather. Florida was used to like the same weather every day, and now Pennsylvania's like, nope, that's all thrown out the window.
Yeah, we've got new companies that have never been to a Rep Fest. Octo Everywhere, Junkie Resin, Advanced 3D Printing. Let's see, who else do I have? or I mean, never exhibited.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Sindaver, which unfortunately their big printer will not be making it. We were disappointed to hear that. Who else do we have? Vision Miner. They've been to them, but it's been like 5-6 years. Yeah, so we've got tons of companies coming. We've got Bot Rumble is bringing their amp weight robots again.
Oh, nice.
So they're going to try to set up some times to have quote-unquote competitions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. Just to have so much stuff,
That's amazing. And I've been looking forward to meeting a lot of new makers and companies as well this year. One thing I want to try to do myself is just be able to hopefully collaborate with more individuals this year on different things. So I'm excited. I got some business cards finally came in the mail a couple days ago, so I'm actually excited to hand some of those out. But that and just be able to film. There's gonna be so much more filming. I'm gonna try to do some content while I'm there, and just give me so much opportunity to talk to so many different people. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get to everybody. Like, I'm gonna have to set up like camp in different spots of the trade show, the trade show space, just to be able to get to everybody. But that's amazing. It's really cool to see, and hear about all that's coming into this event. Are you guys nervous about anything this year that you weren't last year, outside of higher crowds and?
We're nervous about one big thing: the parking.
Mm-hmm.
So for those that are coming to the event, there has been a minor change in parking. It's not a big deal, but it affects anyone coming to our event anytime before the doors open for an event next door. So there's games on all 3 days: Friday, setup day, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if you would come to the event and you leave without scanning the QR code, you can get charged for parking. It's only $10. We don't want people getting charged for parking. It's supposed to be complimentary. It's caused by the venue next door. It used to be Budweiser Arena,
mm-hmm.
being bought out to Blue Arena. And it's disappointing because it's going to cause some problems. The venue says, if there's an issue, get in contact with us and they will take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they delete it. But my concern is the people that fly from out of state, rent a car,
mm-hmm.
and say they get a $10 charge, and then you get back 30 days later, you get a $10 charge plus their $25 fee.
Right.
So we're going to do our best to manage that, but it's the one glaring nightmare out of anything this year that's got us nerve-wracked. I mean, we ordered enough lanyards and badges.
Awesome.
Last year we ran out 3.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
This year we ordered 4,500 general admission badges.
Those look awesome.
Yes. Covering a few things just to make it less copyable.
Mm-hmm.
But these will be really good. They're sturdy. They're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Not much, like that compared to last year.
That's awesome.
So,
do we need to bring back the lanyard piece?
I don't remember that.
No, I think I still have mine from last year. I'll have to see if I can find the the chain.
We'll have the fabric lanyard.
Okay.
But we've been embargoed by the entity that has sponsored them.
Gotcha.
So
everyone's saying to keep the car parked at the hotel.
Yes. And that's fine. Hot note for Embassy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they charge for parking now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like $15 a day. It's not horrible, but it's just more money.
Yeah.
That people can't use at the event. That costs them on the trip. There's a lot of disappointing things happening this year.
Well, the good news,
we're trying not to focus on it.
And the good news is too, there's other carpool options as well. There's other transportation options from Denver, from what I read, and also, I'm sure if there's also a Discord community for the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival. I'm sure if you needed a ride, I'm sure somebody there would be willing to offer you a ride. Myself included, if you guys are around, if you guys get in around the time I do, let me know.
Yeah, we're encouraging that. Save people time, money. People can hang out. I did that with Geek Toy Box and Mitch at Earth. I was their chauffeur. We rented a slightly too big vehicle, a Ford Expedition Max. It was so big that Geek Toy Box was sitting in the back seat in the right, and he could put his feet up on the center console and not touch anyone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. And I took off an extra day of work. I took off that Friday. I took off the Friday before, and I'm getting in early in the morning. And then I also took the Monday after off, so I can.
So you're gonna stay Sunday?
Yes. So I will be there until I think I leave Monday afternoon. But there was no decent flight getting back Sunday that didn't get me in at like 3 a.m. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fight it, and I'm gonna stay an extra day. That way, and I don't have to leave the event early either, too. So I know that was something you guys wanted to help promote as well, as to not have people leaving early last year. Speaking of the event times, what are the hours for the weekend's events?
This year, event is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, and 9 to 4 Sunday. Last year, we had 10 to 4 Sunday, and people are showing up at 9 because the ticket said 9 a.m. Saturday to 4 p.m. Sunday. We're like, well, we have to fix that. It was an issue, but solved it.
That's awesome.
There's going to be a lot more giveaways.
And what time? And you said maker and exhibitors registration starts at noon on Friday, and then
no. So sponsors and vendors at noon, and then makers at 2.
Ah, gotcha.
And there, from what I'm hearing through the grapevine, there's going to be a line because you can't reserve the table.
Right.
So everyone wants a specific table. We're like, get in line. So that's going to be something to deal with on Friday.
I won't say where, but I've already kind of scoped my general location of where I think I want to go. So
have a backup plan.
Yeah, no, I will definitely do so. I mean, the good news is I think there's plenty of space this year. Well, plenty of space in terms of more space and opportunity to.
Yeah, so technically, yes, we do technically have less quote unquote maker spaces.
Right.
Than last year because we aren't doing the half table thing.
Right.
This year it's 8-foot tables across the board.
That's awesome, and that's good to hear too, because I know some people were confused with that last year, having to reserve 2 half tables, and I think
we were too.
Yeah, and I think that's what I ended up doing, and probably could have gone away with a half a table, but that's good to see that you guys. It's good to see not only the fanfare behind this year and the excitement for this year already. Back in July, the excitement was already at the end of last year's event. People were asking about when's next year's event, and I remember you guys were joking about that. And but it's been great to see the success and everything you guys been able to work towards for this year as well. And that goes to all the credit you. Mike, and Zach. Forgive me, I knew most of your names, but you, Mike, and Zach, all the hard work you guys have been putting in for the past year since last year's event. it's really shown, and I think, you know, it's gotten people talking about going to these events. You know, so there's people going to these events that have never been to an event like this in their life before, and for myself, this would be my 5th event, I guess. This would be my 2nd year at Rocky Mountain, and then, you know, I've been to Murph a few times.
Yeah, Murph this year will not be happening for me as of right now. Unfortunately.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
but for
I
those,
mean, I can go, but it's time off from work, and
right.
I was miserable in the heat.
Oh yeah, and you know, that's the thing I've been thinking about too a little bit. You know, if I do decide to go to, you know, if I do want to go to IRF this year, I think. If I go, I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to go just to hang out. I don't think I'm going to go to like display anything.
That's what I do.
But yeah, because it is a lot of, you know, it is a lot to get, you know, to bring stuff, to get stuff set up, to work on projects, and, you know, I'm gonna be working on projects for Rocky Mountain until the day before I leave, because that's just my nature. But it's gonna be awesome. It's all worth it. It's worth the lack of sleep. And for those that have not been to a Rep Rat Festival, it is a giant. It's just a giant space where everyone gets to show off the really cool projects, and you get to meet a lot of really cool people. You know, I've met a lot of people here from the live streams, from Twitter, YouTube, wherever. Gotten to meet them face to face and put names to faces behind like the usernames, and that's really cool. And actually get to hang out with some of these people and actually see some really, really cool things. Things that even like I couldn't believe that were 3D printed. Like, which is, I'm amazed every time I go to one of these events. There's always something new to see. I don't plan on having a drag racer or death racer for this event, but I think I'm trying to do one for Murph. I think I'm going to collaborate with a few people on that. But there's going to be drag racers and death racer events. Sam Prentice is the one heading that up, correct?
For the death racers.
Okay.
And then Edge of 3D will be doing the dragsters.
Okay, yep.
My death racer is slightly modified. I still need to actually test it, but it is a dual front servo scoop.
Oh, wow. And I think, that's insane. Have you tested that yet?
We'll see. Nope. I don't have time.
Is it going to be a live test at the event?
Yes. Yeah, I'm hoping to launch some people in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to definitely try to get some more footage of the races this year, both the drag racers and the death racers. I got a little bit last year. Didn't quite get enough. Any updates to the event to the rules or regulations for those events this year as of compared to last year?
So two big things. After the races, you must take the battery out of your racer and put it in a battery bag.
Mm-hmm.
If you're charging on site, you cannot leave it unattended. We'll have buckets of sand and whatever else we need to keep a lipo fire from becoming a problem. And then there will not be a headless race for the death racers. We had issues at Earth where smoking became a problem.
Ew.
And we're worried about a lipo fire.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just kind of
understand
calming it down. For the dragsters, we will have separation between the actual race and the crowd.
Okay. Yeah, I know at Murph last year, the death racers. I think I took footage of yours losing a wheel and running into the crowd.
That was not mine. Oh yeah, the dragster. Yeah,
the dragster. Yeah, not the death racer. Sorry.
I have a new axle. I need to put on that.
Mm-hmm.
If I get time.
If I had that video up and running, it's on my YouTube channel because it made my recap video for Murph last year at the very end. Just see your dragster roll off the edge.
I was so disappointed because I was beating everybody. I'm not changing the racer besides the new axle, but we'll see. I can't win anyway. I'm just doing it to participate.
Right. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to actually do one of these races. I want to build one at some point. I just haven't had the time to do it and print all the parts.
Right.
And, hopefully with the machines I have, I'll be able to do that. It's the electronics for me, I think, that are I need to get the electronics in
bad.
place, and I don't have any
Yeah.
of that stuff on order, which some of that stuff I know can take a couple weeks to get in, depending on where you get it from.
Yeah, it's quicker than it's quicker this year than it was last year.
That's good. I know things have been getting better shipping wise for everything now, so that's always good to hear.
Right.
But anyway, one other thing, real quick, you mentioned 3D Print Bunny showing up. I do have my
Ooh, yes.
my puzzle piece, I'll call it. I know there's a name
Make sure
for
to
it.
sign it.
Yes, I'm going to sign it, and I'm going to put one of my stickers on the back as well. I just got this printed literally right before stream started. This is Atomic Filaments Cosmic Ray Blue PLA.
Ooh,
It's
I
like
do
a-
like my atomic.
Yes, very nice color. It's actually this color here. In my other model I printed, it has a little bit of like a translucence to it. It's really nice. It's you can kind of see through it if you have infill like on this print. You can kind of see the bottom a little bit, but really nice blue. I was back and forth between a few different blues. But if you are going to the event, if you go on to, is the link to this on the
Yes.
Rocky Mountain website?
Yes, it's on the attractions page.
Okay. So if you are going to the Rocky Mountain Rep Festival, or Murph, or 3D Printopia, or the Sanjay...
Or Smurf.
Or Smurf, yes. We are requesting that you print one of these tile pieces in a shade of blue, and then bring it to the event, and then sign the back of it, too, with your name. The goal is to have makers from all over the world print one, and then it's going to be put together into giant sculpture, and then it's going to be auctioned off for charity, correct?
Yeah. From what I understand, yes.
That's awesome. And I might print another one.
Event project.
I might print another one just to see how it looks, but I did print the little fit test piece too. I gotta see if that still looks good, but yes, I got this printed. This will be definitely coming with me to Rocky Mountain for sure. It's already almost 10:45, so we'll probably wrap up here. We'll have a few more minutes. Any questions, chat?
Yeah.
Feel free to post any last-second questions in chat for Justin about the event. Real quick again, Justin, I know we probably talked about it already. Break down the dates of the event again, where it's at.
April 20th and 21st in Loveland, Colorado at the Ranch Event Center.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's going to be a great time. I know you guys have been putting a lot of effort into it, and I look forward to being back there again. Less than 3 weeks. It's
2.5. Don't tell Steve Bill. Every time I tell him a time, he's like...
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to get to that point here soon enough. And again, where's the website they can go to find more information about the event?
You can just go to RMRRF.com, or you can go to Rocky Mountain Rep Festival.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
but
And if you haven't ordered...
RMRRF.com's a little easier.
Right. And if you haven't ordered your Rocky Mountain official merch yet, you should do that now because they're not selling at the event. You can only get this online. I'm rocking the t-shirt right now, the light gray.
Yep. I've got a little fancier lettering.
You got the authority shirt
I got
on.
the organizing shirt.
Rocking it. I
That
love
way
it.
People can come yell at me when something goes wrong.
That's right. Justin's going to be the one with the walkie-talkie.
We have a lot of walkie-talkies this year. Even Jim will have one. We needed to. And I'll be a little more mobile, too.
Get you a Segway this year just to zip around.
Stop reading my mind. I already have it. I didn't. A buddy of mine's lending me one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you'll see me on Friday just zipping around. It's not one of the ones you hold on to. It's the one you just stand on, and it has that pole that sticks up, and you steer with your knees.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can imagine by the end of the day on Sunday, you're going to want it anyway from the amount of walking and just being on your feet all day.
Last year I did 80,000 steps.
Wow.
I've also already scheduled a massage with my masseuse on Tuesday.
There you go.
Just to be able to live.
Yeah. No, I have a feeling the week after I get back is going to be... I'm going to need all the caffeine, and I'm probably going to do some of the same, because
I couldn't walk last year. I got home at 3 in the morning, hung out with people, woke up at 9, had to use the restroom, and could barely walk to the restroom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, there's going to be 2 restrooms this year, so that's always a plus.
Yes, two men's and 2 women's.
I remember the location for the restrooms last year was because that wall was closed off. It was like kind of obscure away from everything, but
now it's right in the middle.
Makes it convenient.
Yes, and we'll have space for people to eat, which is great because last year people were sitting at the maker tables.
I had people sit at my table for a few minutes just so I can get a bottle of water and a pretzel. Which, by the way, if you guys happen to see me at the event or come by my table, feel free to come by, say hi, hang out. I'm not hoarding the table. You guys can. I know BC and Roll know me last year were hanging out at my table a little bit. Digital Dragon was over there a little bit. We were actually, I think, Digital Dragon was helping get your Prusa Mini back up and running. So.
Yep. If you want to borrow it this year,
I'll let you know, because I am getting closer to the reality. I'm probably not going to bring a printer with me. I was contemplating maybe tearing down the Solval behind me and seeing if I can...
Shoving it in the suitcase?
Yeah.
What you do is you fly into Denver, drive to Micro Center, buy an Ender 3, put it together, and bring it to the event, and then give it away.
They do actually have the FL Sun printers at Micro Center now, so I could get a V400 or another Super Racer back there.
We'll buy an A1 for $250.
I've been the A1 Mini is something that I could get behind. It's. I know they're fixing the stuff with the A1 cabling, but for $250 for an A1 Mini, it's not terrible. And that's an easy printer you can bring with you to RMRRF.
I really want a positron.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good for event printers.
I know for sure that Delta is going to come with me to Murph because I'm going to be able to drive to Murph this year. It's only a 5-hour drive, roughly. So that one's definitely coming with me because it's easy. I can easily carry it.
17 hours.
Oh yeah, it was like 20 some hours for me if I were to drive from PA here, which I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I do have family. Like I said, I do have family in town, so I could always ship stuff. I have options to ship things, but I don't trust UPS quite a bit. I've had issues with them in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I call them United Package Smashers.
Oh yeah. I've definitely had some issues with them in the past, and but I gotta figure out some of my logistics still. I gotta order some stickers. But yeah, projects are coming along. I'm trying to actually stay on top of some of that stuff, and I'm really excited to be showing off a bunch of stuff this year at the table. And some stuff you guys haven't seen too much yet, some stuff you have. And like I said, I look forward to come back again, hanging out with everybody again, meeting some new people as well. And I think this year's going to be a fantastic event for you guys. I have no doubt.
Yeah, we've got people coming from everywhere. Like Stefan's coming back. We've got Sam's obviously coming. Where's my spreadsheet? Zach Friedman's coming. Alan Mandick's coming. Hesliz is coming. K2's coming. We've got so many people coming. It's going to be just wild.
Yeah, so if you guys, for all those that are going, if you guys know of any fancy after parties,
I know of a pre-party. If you're there Thursday.
I'll be there Friday morning. That's when I fly in.
Yep. Keep an eye out on socials. We will only post it about 2 hours before. We don't want to have people planning to pack the place.
Gotcha. Nope, I understand that.
And Dom or Geek Toy Buck says the post-event hangout is fun. Just to hang out in the hotel till everyone's ready to go to sleep.
Oh yeah, that was a blast last year. Yeah. Despite everyone.
Yeah, I'll be doing that again.
I think we were there until the bar closed. I think so.
Yeah, 3 a.m. I think is when we got kicked out. And I drove the 15 minutes home and passed out in my bed. And people are like, why don't you get the hotel? I'm 15 minutes away. I'll sleep in my bed that's right there.
Oh yeah, I would do the same. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a blast, and you know, I know it's gonna be. You guys have just put a tremendous amount of effort in this year's event, and from what you've already described, it sounds like it's already going to be 1,000% even greater than it was last year. And you know, again, from starting an inaugural event is a challenge in itself, and you and your team have been able to tackle it, and you know, make it
and the key
an
here
amazing
is
event with no issue.
Up until last year, we never had any event experience. We just threw it together. I went to 2 events in 2022. My first 2 Rep Fests, and that's what kind of sparked it.
That's amazing.
And now everyone wants to do one of their own.
Yeah, that's all it takes is an idea and a dream,
and sponsors.
And
that's
sponsors.
The biggest thing. That's, you know, sponsors can only afford to do so many of these a year.
Right.
So.
But yeah, if you have any other additional questions for myself or Justin, let them know where they can find you on social media as well.
Yep, I'm Breacor3D, pretty much everywhere. We've got the RMRRF Discord. You can find me on most of the 3D printing Discords. You can direct message me on various places. And on Wednesdays, normally I do a maker hangout. I don't know if that's going to happen this week. It might happen next week. But I already know people are coming in Wednesday of the event. So I'm planning to try to spend some time with people that are around.
That's awesome. I know the Maker Hangout's always a good time when I can make it. Fun time over there. You are also on YouTube as well. So Breacor3D on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter or X.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep calling it Twitter.
Let's call it Twitter. Yeah. Breacor3D pretty much everywhere.
Yep, and then there's also the Rocky Mountain Rep Festival Discord channel as well. I don't have the link to that. If you do, nope.
I do.
If you have it, you can post in chat. If not, no worries. If someone has
it,
but there is also a Discord community for those that want to communicate through there. I know Discord for me is like hit or miss with things. I know because there's like 8,000 Discord channels I'm a part of.
I will post a 7-day link in the chat.
I will pin that link right now.
Yep.
I'll give you guys a few.
There's people already.
But yeah, definitely.
I mean, what?
But yeah, definitely check out the Discord. Check out social media for the latest updates on what's going on with the event. And all the other information you guys can find on Rocky Mountain Rep Festival. But until then, 2.5 weeks away. Justin, it is a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming by again tonight. Thank you for chatting with us as always. Good friend as always to the channel, and look forward to seeing you again in person here in a few weeks.
Yeah,
and
I can't believe it's a few weeks away.
Yeah,
it feels like 2 months to me right now.
Oh man, it's gonna go by quick. It's gonna fly. It's gonna be a great time.
List of stuff.
Oh yeah, but best of luck to you guys as you guys get ready for this year's event. Cannot wait, and definitely need to hang out while we're there.
Oh yeah, if we get time.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our stream for the most part. I want to thank each and every single one of you guys for being here today. Justin, again, thank you for being here as well. We're going to be resuming our normal stream content back on Thursday night around 8 p.m. Eastern Time-ish. We'll continue working on Rocky Mountain Rep projects. We're going to try to get these light panels put together with some lights. I'll hopefully have what's on the Prusa printer back there done to show off.
That one.
Yeah, that one. I'm looking at my one camera and it's like mirrored, so it's like around.
My MK4 is back here behind the slightly large banner.
That's a nice banner too, by the way.
Yeah, it's tall. It's like 8 feet tall. There'll be a couple of them at the event.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Thursday night we'll be back here. We'll be working on Rocky Mountain projects. And then Thursday night as well, we'll have our community marble races. So for those that like racing marbles and falling off the map.
Who are you people?
Thank you so much, Joe Mike, for the lurk. I appreciate that. We're going to be wrapping up here, and I got to find a raid target for the stream tonight.
Yes. Let's raid zombie or creature spread.
I'll let you pick, since you are a guest of honor today.
Let me, you know what? I'll flip a coin.
Alrighty, do it.
All right. You call it. Heads is zombie.
Tails.
Okay. So it's tails.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll go over to Creatrix Brit, another fantastic maker and streamer here. And let's
She's
see.
gaming right now, so that she may not even notice.
We'll find out.
Yes.
I always love getting the raids going.
I'm bad at that. I always miss it.
I used to have a button on my Stream Deck that did it like automatically, and now it doesn't work, or that plugin doesn't work anymore. So it's always.
Yeah, I've got my Stream Deck here. I rarely use it.
It's a godsend, especially when you want to flip through scenes and stuff. But outside of that, there's more like bugs with it, and there is good things.
Mm-hmm.
It works most of the time, but just not all the time. It really bugs me so much. Anyway, let's get the raid going here. I think I got it right this time. There we go. The raid is going. Chat, thank you so much again for being here tonight. Greatly appreciate every single one of you. And I appreciate Justin for being here again tonight. We'll see you all here on Thursday night. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. And until next time, keep doing it big.